Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got Nightmare number 9 of only 12 that have been made, available right here at Crossroad Cues. If you're on YouTube, check us out at crossroadcues.com. If you're following us on Facebook, do me a favor, share if you care. Share this video, share it, tag somebody. These are going to be super, super, super collectible. Super collectible. I'd bet you dollars to donuts on that. I don't gamble anymore. And here's a guy right here that's won a ton of money gambling. The legendary Keith McCready. Famously known, of course, for his aggressive style of play, his world-class shot-making ability. If you look at this picture right here in that image, of course, Grady Seasons from our favorite movie, The Color of Money. And that's what this is. This is the official Nightmare cue made by Gary Langley, an excellent cue maker from Indiana. Right there it's signed Mr. Langley. Also has the signature of Keith McCready, known as Keither with the Ether, the Earthquake, a lot of different names. Just don't call him late for dinner. Keith is a great friend of ours here at Crossroad Cues. We are honored and privileged to be able to showcase these very, very, very collectible Nightmare cues. You know the famous line from the movie? It's like a nightmare, isn't it? It keeps getting worse and worse. That's what's going to happen if somebody plays against you when you got this cue. It's got Keith's image, of course, at the bottom from the movie The Color of Money, Grady Seasons. Comes with a letter of authenticity. This is number 9 of only 12 made. And he's only going to make 25 total. That's what I'm told right now, unless something drastically changes. Gary, who's also a great friend of ours and a great cue maker from Indiana, he wants these to remain very collectible. But I will tell you up front, whoever gets this, mark my words, you will not want to put this in a showcase and just look at it. These are meant to play. It'd be real hard for me to have a Ferrari sitting in the garage and not want to test drive that bad boy. That's how Gary's cues play. So when Keith McCready and Gary put this project together, Keith mandated, he says it's absolutely imperative, if I'm going to put my name on a cue or I'm going to play with a cue, it's got to be forward weighted. He says they don't have guts unless they're forward weighted. What's nice about it is it's not extremely forward weighted like this. It's just, there's the balance point right there. Forward weighted. That way you get that real action on the cue ball. He says it's got to have guts. Look at the inlay work in this. Beautiful series of diamonds in the Ebony Butt sleeve here. Nice tight form fit, texturized leather wrap. Gary does a really good job with his wraps. You've got points that are veneered with orange, of course, and white. Those are ebony points. The arrowhead design here was done by design by Mr. Langley to depict an archer aiming at its target, which in this case would be the 9-ball. You know, Keith used to be able to play some 9-ball, and he still does. He is semi-retired now, but don't let that fool you, because if you get on the table with him, it's going to be like a nightmare, I promise you. So you get a nice signed picture by Keith McCready. You get the Color of Money picture right there, signed by Keith, the letter of authenticity. 3/8 modified on the pin. What's really neat is one of the other things that Keith always wants with every player package, he wants one shaft to be a standard 29-inch, then the other shaft is 29.5. So you've got one 29-inch shaft, then you've got one that's 29.5. That way you can have that extra reach when you're on a 9-foot table. So 29 on one shaft, 29.5 on the other. All the specs are at the top of the post. Get one while you can. We are the only official dealer selling these. These should be going for a lot more money than what they are. Gary and Keith wanted them to be reasonably priced. That way somebody could get one and really enjoy these cues. I've got one of my own. I've got the number 7 of 12 that were ever made right now. And the one that I have, I'm hanging on to it. Get it, keep it, play with it, enjoy it. Iconic figure. iconic, legendary figure. Keith has done so much for the game of pool and billiards, and he continues to. He's so supportive. Support him now and pick up one of these beautiful Nightmare cues available at Crossroad Cues. You can send me an inbox, or you can email me, or you can check out more pictures of this on our website, crossroadcues.com. Crossroadcues.com. Number 9 Nightmare Cue, available right now while supplies last. Thanks for taking a look. It is an honor for us to be able to showcase these beautiful, one-of-a-kind custom cues.